welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the pitch meeting for Pirates 4, aka On Stranger Tides. So, of course, apologies for not doing the third pitch meeting, but what's over here? So, it's On Stranger Tides, aka can we continue doing this film even though we kind of wrapped up the story?
Yeah.
Disney's answer is, we're gonna give it a try. So, the first attempt was On Stranger Tides. This was the one with the mermaid. Yeah, this was one with the mermaid. This was Penelope Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
This was
the youth.
Blackbeard.
Yeah. So this is
I even vaguely remember the movie.
This is dive into because they're going after the Fountain of Youth. That's remember because they ended that. They teased that at the end of the third one. Remember?
Yeah.
So let's just dive into this and take a look at Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides pitch meeting. So here we go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. Movie number 4. What are we going to do to keep things fresh? Well, that's a good question, because at this point in massively popular franchises, movies risk drifting into this kind of self-plagiarism, you know, where they're going through a checklist of moments that people come to expect, and the characters become parodies of themselves. Right. So how do we avoid that? Oh, I have no idea. Oh, fair enough. So we're gonna go all in on Jack Sparrow, right? And there's a magical thing going on. Some pirates are undead. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of sword fights that aren't
pretty
based
much
in physics at all. There's a young couple that fall in love. Sounds like a pirate's movie to me. Yeah. So what exactly happens in this thing? Well, we're gonna meet up with Jack, right? And he's trying to save Gibbs by pretending to be this judge. Oh, he is? Yeah, but he's still got his eyeliner and his gold teeth, so it's very funny. So not only does nobody realize that he's not this judge, but they also don't notice his extremely piratey features. Somehow they don't. But eventually they're gonna get caught because their getaway driver had accepted a bribe, so he drives them into custody. If they knew there was a getaway driver and they knew who he was, why didn't they just stop them at the courthouse? Unclear. So then Jack asks King George, and he's upset because there are reports that the Spanish know where the Fountain of Youth is. Oh yeah, Jack was looking for that at the end of the last movie, wasn't he? He was, and he came really close to finding it, but then he gave up. Oh. So King George wants Jack to guide a ship that's led by Captain Barbossa, who's working for him now and missing a leg. He's from the other movies. He sure is, sir, but then Jack does that thing where he does a bunch of wacky stuff.
Yeah, the usual wacky
He wasn't chained up. He was, but the chains were making too much noise, so the king had them removed. Okay, yeah, alright, whatever. Anyways, place where somebody's pretending to be him to recruit people for an expedition. Right, and it turns out it's this beautiful woman disguised as him, and he used to have a romantic thing with her. A beautiful woman was dressed like him and interacting with people and nobody noticed. That's what we're going with. Wow, disguises are extremely effective in these movies, huh? They sure are, sir. So eventually Jack's gonna find out that she's actually Blackbeard's daughter, and he ends up on Blackbeard's ship. And what's Blackbeard's deal? Well, he's got a zombie crew and a sword that makes his ship go fast when he points it. What's that all about? Oh, we're well past explaining that kind of thing. That's fair, I don't know why I asked.
It's fair, I know.
Prophecy, right? And it says that Blackbeard's gonna be killed by a man with one leg, so he wants to find the Fountain of Youth. A prophecy? Yes, sure, a prophecy. I don't even care anymore. Isn't the Fountain of Youth's whole thing restoring people's youth? Why would it help prevent a murder? Well, sir, because of magic, it's also helpful for murder prevention, is what I seem to have written here. Oh, multitasking fountains are tight. But the thing is, to get the Fountain of Youth to work, they need to get their hands on a mermaid tear. Why would the Fountain of Youth need a mermaid tear to work? Because I thought it'd be pretty cool to have some mermaids in the movie. That makes sense.
That's pretty much the only reason.
Chalices, and one person has to drink water out of one of them with a mermaid tear, and the other person has to drink water without a mermaid tear. Okay, so that should be enough objects for them to have to find and fill up some screen time. Exactly. So then the person that drank the mermaid tear gets all the years the other person has lived, plus any years they would have lived if they hadn't drank the thing. So who figured these very specific things out? Some humans a long time ago, I guess. They just happen to be drinking water out of 2 chalices, one of which had a mermaid tear in it. Sure, I don't care. So then they get their hands on this mermaid Serena, and she has this instant connection with a missionary that Blackbeard had on his ship. Why do they have an instant connection? Well, they're both attractive. Gotcha, and so they take
That's the only reason.
Well, they have to carry her along with them. Why? Because the tears have to be fresh. That's part of it. So that means somebody attempted it with a mermaid tear that wasn't fresh and then identified that that was the problem, and word of that somehow reached these pirates. That's what we're going with, because or else there's no reason for them to bring a mermaid along with them. Fair enough, man. It's super helpful for these stories that hyper-specific magic with very vague backgrounds is a thing. Oh, you have no idea. I'm using magic to explain everything here. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. So anyway, then at a certain point, both Jack and Barbossa are trying to steal the chalices that the Spanish have, and they're gonna get captured. Why don't the Spanish just kill them? Unclear. Huh. So then Barbossa doesn't even care about the Fountain of Youth. He just wants to kill Blackbeard because he took the Black Pearl and made it tiny. What? Magic. Gotcha. So wait, Barbossa doesn't really want the Fountain of Youth, and Jack doesn't really want it, but he was roped into the whole thing. And Blackbeard and his daughter just want it because of the prophecy. And
yes, that's the problem. Your main character is Jack, and he's not even the main character in this story.
The Spanish want it, so none of these characters actually really want the thing that they're all racing towards here. Yeah, no, not really. The protagonist was kind of just dragged into somebody else's adventures, and everybody's kind of evil, so it doesn't really matter who gets there.
Exactly.
That's right. So what part of the story are people supposed to care about? Well, there's that love story between the missionary and the mermaid, so people are going to care about that. Oh, I seriously doubt it, but Jack Sparrow's in the movie, so it's going to make money. That's a good point. So anyway, back to the story. Jack and Barbossa have to figure out how to escape, right? That's going to be hard to do as prisoners. Actually, it's going to be super easy.
Barely inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, with the rope around him, Jack starts to climb up the palm tree he's tied to. Don't the guards see him? No, because see, they tied them up to trees pretty far away from the camp with no one guarding them. Oh, people in this movie are very bad at taking prisoners. They sure are, sir. So Jack manages to get to the top of the tree. How does he get the rope around the top branches? Oh, we're going to cut away for a second when he's doing that, so don't even worry about how he did that. Oh, great. And then since Jack Sparrow with some rope is still basically Spider-Man, he's going to grab a tree and tie a bunch of bad guys together and escape. Wow, 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 wow. So then eventually everybody's going to end up at the fountain, right? It's like some kind of big fountain party. Ah, like the Friends intro. Kinda. Yeah, but no, not at all. Okay. And so the Spanish are like, guess what? We're going to destroy the chalices and wreck this place, because only God can grant eternal life. Why'd they wait until now to destroy the chalices? Dramatic effect. Gotcha. And then there's this big fight, and Barbossa's going to end up stabbing Blackbeard with a poison blade, and Angelica's going to get cut too. Oh, very exciting. And then that mermaid pops up with the chalices for no apparent reason, and Jack fills them up and offers them to Angelica and her dad. Okay. And Blackbeard's going to selfishly drink the one with the mermaid tear, but then Jack is like, actually, I knew you'd do that, so I switched them. Very clever. Yeah, so then Blackbeard dies and Angelica's wound heals up. So the fountain also heals wounds? Yeah, it's magic, so sure, okay. Sure, okay. Oh, and also that missionary guy is hurt, and so that mermaid kisses him and drags him to the bottom of the ocean, which is somehow helpful. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'm not really attached to them either, sir, but we need a young couple in love. That's the formula. Fair enough. And so then Jack drops Angelica off at this deserted island with a gun and a single bullet. Oh, and her hands are tied? Actually, Jack is like, I'm fully aware that you got out of your restraints half an hour ago. So how come she doesn't grab the gun and point it at him? Unclear. So then Jack gets on a boat and leaves while she's all upset. And she doesn't make any effort to get on the boat. Isn't she kind of invincible now because of the fountain? What's going on here? Yeah, listen, sir, I just want to sideline her without killing her in case people like the character and we can bring her back. Oh, okay. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, it doesn't really feel like any characters have grown or changed, or that any of this has had any impact on anything. Well, yeah, that's about right. Well, that's all right with me. We should definitely shoot this in 3D, though. That's all the rage. We could use those Avatar cameras. It sounds expensive. Yeah, shouldn't be too expensive budget-wise, although I guess Johnny Depp is going to cost a lot. Oh, yeah, this might get out of hand. Hey, everybody, in here, that's me.
Basically the biggest problem with Pirates 4 was it was trying to be Pirates 1 just with everybody different.
Yeah, they thought the formula would work again, but it didn't. I
mean, to be fair, and he'll probably do a pitch me on Dead Men Tell No Tales, but I think Pirates 5 realized, oh wait, that's stupid. Let's actually try to make, Jack the main character. And they more or less succeed in Pirates 5.
Yeah, they do.
More or less succeed in Pirates 5. It's not like an entirely good success. Mm-hmm. Like, it still has its issues, but at the very least, it's like, hey, this is focused on these main characters you know about from the original trilogy at the very least.
Yeah.
This one, the biggest problem with this one was it tried to make Johnny Depp the side character again even though it had none of the other characters in it that we cared about.
Yeah, and that's why they're trying to do it again. But then somebody said he wanted to do it again without Johnny Depp, which I'm like, I'm fine with, because it's like, let's see what they can come up with.
Or if you have him show up, just let him be just a side character. Don't try to make him a fucking main character.
No, I think they just should not have him at all. I think his time has come and gone. Let's see what they can do without Johnny Depp, pretty much, because Johnny Depp is a phenomenal actor. But it's like, let's see what we can do without him and what kind of story we can put together. So
sure, I don't know. We'll have to see on that. We still don't know when Pirates 6 comes out. But as for Pirates 4, yeah, it was not a great first attempt at a new trilogy. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about pitch meetings, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this pitch meeting. Do you think they pretty much nailed every piece of this movie that you agreed on, or if they missed out on anything else they could have added in there that kind of like threw you off completely? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall to this pitch meeting, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very mermaid-filled episode of SRB.
See you
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.